So today we have a gentle mat stretching sequence for you. So everything will be on the floor and quite gentle. And we're going to start on our back and just stretching out nice and tall. So laying down on your mat on your back, make sure you've got some room behind you. What we're going to do is reach the arms behind and stretch the toes and the fingertips as far away from each other as you can, reaching nice and tall and drawing your belly into the mat. I just want you to focus on some nice, long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose and let the ribs and the belly fully extend, and then as you exhale, draw the tummy in towards the back. And just focus on long, slow, deep breaths as you stretch through this position. Stretch through this stretch. Okay, we're going to take the right hand and the left foot and just try and extend them a little bit further. So getting through one side. And now we're going to take the left hand and the right foot and just try and extend them a little bit further away from each other. I'm struggling to see my list. Just give me a moment. All right, now what I would like you to do is just invert your fingers and take your hands, your palms away from your body, and now stretch behind the head again. And I also want you to now flex your toes up towards your kneecaps. So instead of pointing your toes, you've got them fully flexed and inverted fingers behind. And now back to pointing the toes and stretching the hands out. And once again, inverting the hands. If you missed that before, link your fingers and stretch your palms and flex your toes. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. On that exhale, we're going to bring the left knee in towards the chest and just gently hold. I want you to leave your head on the mat if you can. So keeping your right foot on the floor and keeping your back and neck and head all on the mat. Just bringing the knee in towards the chest, just gently. Don't need to hug it in too tightly. We just want to wake up the back a little bit. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And now we're going to change legs. So bring the right knee in, stretching that left foot. Just hold the knee towards the chest. And both knees now coming in, and again just hold them gently. And what we're going to do is take our hands out to our side, so in line with your shoulder, and feet on the mat. We're just going to drop the knees to one side. And I want you to look out the opposite shoulder. So I've dropped my knees to the left. I just want to look out over my right shoulder. And now bringing the knees up and over and out to the other side and looking over my left shoulder. So keep the left shoulder down on the mat. And again, feet on the floor, just gently through this stretch. We're going to do that a couple more times. Just a gentle back stretch. And coming back over to the right. And then just coming back to center. I want to bring the feet up off the floor. And if you're able to, we're going to do another couple of exercises like that, but with our feet up. If that's too much for you, just keep your feet on the floor. It'll just give you a bit of a deeper stretch through the back. But the twisting may not suit everyone. So if you need to, just keep your feet on the floor Make sure you're drawing your tummy in as you're rotating out to the other side. Once more on each side. Back to the right for me. And back to center. Put your feet on the floor. So what I'd like you to do now is take your right foot and take it over your left knee. We're going to do a glute stretch. So reaching for your ankle, I want you to gently push your knee down away from you. And once we've held that for a few moments, we're going to try and bring the left leg in towards you to get a deeper stretch. But I just want to gently push that knee out and down towards the floor, away from the body. We're trying to get, what's the right word here? We're trying to get the knee and the ankle level rather than the knee pushing forward of the ankle. And now if you're able to, we're going to thread the right hand through the legs and the left hand around the left leg. Now if you are able to, you can go for a deeper stretch, which would be grabbing hold of your shin. And if you have the flexibility, try and rest your head back on the floor. I do not, so I'm just coming up a little bit, but you should be getting a deeper stretch through your right glute. And again, just focusing on your breath. Nice and long and slow. It's a very gentle stretching sequence today. There's not a lot of body weight holds today. I don't think there's really any, maybe a couple. Okay, and we're going to take the feet back to the floor and bring the left over the right now. And once again, we're going to start by supporting the ankle and gently pushing the knee away from the body, trying to open up in here, this hip flexor area at the front. Laying back on the mat if you're able to, and some slow deep breaths. One more inhale and one more exhale. And we're going to feed that left hand now through the legs and the right hand around the leg and holding that right leg in towards you. Should get a deeper stretch through your left glute now. Once again, if you're able to lay back, please lay back. If you can't, that's fine. And try and focus on breath. Breathe through the stretch. Inhale, exhale, and release. Okay, we're going to do, we've done happy baby before, but we're going to do, it's just going to be half a happy baby. The baby is only going to be half happy. So we'll start with the right. What we're going to do is take the right hand and put it on the inside of the right palm of the foot. So just holding the base of your foot. And what I would like you to try and do is get the bottom of your foot parallel to the sky and bring your knee out towards your chest. So just getting a bit of a stretch through the back of the legs here and opening up the hips. Again, if you can lay back, and if you're able to, extend your left foot and rest it out. Now that may not be available for everyone. If that's the case, just leave the leg bent. It will just give you a deeper stretch if you extend your left leg. Remember trying to get the foot to walk on the ceiling or walk on the sky and bringing the knee out towards the chest. A couple of deep breaths. And one more. And gently release. Nicely done. We're going to do that on the left side now. So left palm to the base of the foot. Trying to take that foot up towards the sky and the knee out towards the chest. Again, if you can straighten your right leg and rest it, that will give you a deeper stretch. And if that's not available, just keep your leg bent. Half a happy baby. Beautiful. Just keep breathing through the stretch. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Okay, we're going to bring the knees in and just hold onto the top of the knees and just roll one direction, just gently. Again, just loosening up the back, and we'll change directions. Lovely work. All right, the next one may be interesting for some, so see how you go. Just want you to rock back and forth, just rolling on your back and trying to sit on up if you can. Otherwise, just sit up in whatever way is comfortable for you. We're going to do a few seated stretches. Now, what I would like you to do is cross your legs, and I want you to focus on being up nice and tall. Shoulders are back, so nice flat back. Try not to round the back out and kind of slouch into your pose, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, what we're going to do is, what I'm going to do is turn around and face the camera. You can do the same if you choose, if you haven't already. So sitting up nice and tall. Okay, what we're going to do is just gently put the right hand on the floor next to you, just for a little bit of support. Fingertips are there. I want you to reach your left hand up nice and tall towards the sky. And just breathe. On next inhale, we're going to reach up and then over. Just getting a bit of a side stretch here. So rather than just leaning to the side, I want you to try and push this hip out and take the arm over, so you're not leaning so much as you are pushing that arm up and over, just to get a stretch through that side. Nicely done. Breathing in, coming back down and around. Beautiful. We're going to rest the left hand now. Breathe in. So you reach up the right hand nice and tall towards the sky. And on your next inhale, we're going to reach up and then take it over. Again, not trying to lean the body too much. More take the arm up and over, push the hip out and get a stretch through the side of the body. And those fingertips on the floor just gently supporting you. And still trying to stay upright rather than slouching forward. Nicely done. We're going to inhale, take it back up and swap it over. All right, we're going to do that one more time, but if you can, reach your fingertips a little bit further away from your body. Just go with whatever range of motion works for you. As inhale, take the hands up to the sky, and on your exhale, we're going to reach it over. And again, just walk those hands out a little bit further if you're able to get a deeper stretch. Remember, we're not leaning so much as we are trying to stretch that arm up and over. Couple of deep breaths. Inhale, take it back to the sky. Exhale, down and around. Inhale, we're taking the right hand up to the sky. And on your next inhale, we're going to reach up a bit taller, and exhale as you take it over to the other side. And again, just taking that left hand a little bit further out if you're able to. Beautifully done. Breathing in, coming back up and dropping that arm. Nice work. Remember, we're still trying to sit up nice and tall in this position, but I want you to do what's going to feel a little bit funky and switch your feet around in your cross-legged position. Feels very strange. And just, you can support your hands on the knees, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, what we're going to do next is reach behind. So I would like you to start by taking your right hand behind the body. Again, just resting the fingertips behind you for support and balance. We're going to take the left hand on the right knee and twist around, looking over that right shoulder. Good job, couple of breaths. And as you breathe in, we're going to come back around, switch it over, the left fingertips heading back, right hand on the knee and just gently twisting behind. Looking out over that left shoulder. We're going to do that one more on each side. So as you inhale, coming back to the front, switching the hands over. And again, if you've got the room and you've got the stretch in your body, you can take that hand further behind. Beautifully done. Still sitting up nice and tall and focusing on the breath. Breathing in as we transfer back to the other side. Left fingertips behind, right on the knee, and looking out over that left shoulder, sorry. Good job. Couple of deep breaths in. And coming back to the front. All right, what we're going to do next is, let's change those legs over again for you. Feel like you're back at home now. Oh, it's such a good feeling. Okay, so the next couple of stretches, I want you to focus on keeping the good posture through your back, because there's going to be a bit of temptation to roll over and curl. But what I want you to do is stay up nice and straight and then lean. So keep the shoulders back, keep the chest proud, and keeping the back nice and neutral. So what we are going to do first is take the hands and gently put them on the floor over the right knee. So remember, we're going to sit up nice and tall and stretch, fold from the hips rather than curling the back. And just walk your hands out until you get a stretch that is deep enough for you without compromising that position through your back. So just taking your chest down towards your knee and reaching your hands forward. Good job. Couple of breaths. Beautiful. And sitting up. Excellent. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. So nice and tall, inhale, putting your hands in position, and as you exhale, lean forward, chest towards the knee, but keeping the back nice and neutral. And again, just walk the hands out to a comfortable position for you that doesn't compromise the position through your spine. Not used to doing such gentle stretches with me, are you? Don't worry, I'll get you another time. Good job, couple of breaths. Very nice. And returning back to center. Okay, what we're going to do next is do that same kind of stretch, but we're going to lean forward. So nice and tall, fingertips on the floor in front of you, and then just leaning again as far and as deep as you feel comfortable without compromising that position through your spine. So make sure you stay proud in your chest. Shoulders back, Some of you might get out quite far. Just go as deep as you feel you're able to without curling your spine. Good job. Couple of breaths. Very nice. And back to seated. We're going to do that funky leg thing again. I know. All right, switching your cross legs over. We're doing all of those again. So we're going to start again over the right knee. So sitting up nice and tall, inhale, twisting over and gently resting your fingertips on the floor and just pushing forward into that stretch until it feels not comfortable. I don't want you comfortable. I want you to get a stretch, but I want you to get a comfortable stretch. Looking after the spine. Beautiful work. Another breath in and another breath out. Good. And as you inhale, draw your tummy in, sit on up, and we'll take it out over to the left side. Good. Just breathing into that stretch. Remember, we're taking the chest down towards the knee rather than curling the spine. Keeping the posture nice and strong. Good. Breath in. Breath out. And as you breathe in, we're going to sit back on up. Very nice. And we're going to take it to the front. So breath in, set your core. And then as you breathe out, getting into position. And again, just as deep as you feel that you're able to without compromising the position of your spine. Couple of breaths. One more inhale. One more exhale. And as you inhale, draw your tummy in, sitting on up. Very nice. You can feel that, well, I can feel that through my back, holding my posture nice and strong because I'm a bit lazy. We like to slouch a bit, don't we? So sitting up nice and tall just engages all of those supporting core and back muscles. All right, what we're going to do is lay on our bellies. Now, hopefully this doesn't mess up my sound too much with my microphone. Don't get too excited, it's not really resting. So what I would like you to do is, how am I going to do this with my microphone? I might unhook myself. Okay, we're going to get the chest, everything right down on the floor, and you can rest your chin on your hands. So just get comfortable, make sure your hips are nice and even on the mat. Make sure the chest and shoulders are even. And we're just going to rest. What I've done is I've pointed my toes out the back so the top of my feet are on the floor rather than having my toes flexed up. Okay, so just gently what we're going to do is aim to lift and hold the right leg off the floor, but we're going to do that from the hip. So rather than bending the knee and taking the foot up to the sky, I just want you to squeeze your glute and your hamstring to raise that right foot up off the floor and hold. So it's kind of like a back extension move, but we're keeping the chest on the floor. Deep breath and release the foot back to the floor. Nicely done. So on the next inhale, we're going to take the left foot up and hold. You can't see any of this. Let me just shuffle up the mat so you can get a better look at what I am doing. So resting the front of the body, I'll show you on the right side because that's the side that's on the camera. We are lifting the leg up off the floor. So we're not bending the knee, we're just lifting the foot up off the floor at the back and hold. And then when I say, you can release. So I'm sorry you can't see that. Don't have a very good wide angle. You can release your left foot if you've still got it held up. And again, we're just resting the chin on the hands. and taking our nice long slow deep breaths. So next we're going to aim to lift both feet up off the floor and hold. But we're going to keep our chin on the floor, chin on the hands, and the chest down. So ready, and squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings to lift the feet up off the floor and hold. Good. Take a couple of breaths. Excellent work. And release. Lovely. You're doing so well. Okay, we're going to get the arms involved next. So, reaching your arms out overhead. I'm running out of room here, so it's not very good for floor stretching. Taking your hands out overhead, and if you can, just rest your chin on the mat still. What we're going to do is raise the right foot and the right, and the right arm, so the same side. So taking a deep breath in, just want to raise the right arm and the right leg off the floor and hold. So you'll be feeling this is a much stronger stretch and strength position than what we were doing before. And as you exhale, just come back to the mat. Have a couple of breaths. What we're going to do is the left side in 3, 2, up you come, taking the left hand and the left foot up off the floor. Take it off the sky. Good holding. And release. Nicely done. Good job. Now I've got a couple of options for you on the next one. You can either have your hands next to your shoulders. What we're going to do is take the legs and the chest up off the floor. Or you can have your hands stretched out overhead. That will be a stronger stretch. Okay, so if you tuck your arms in, it will be a little bit more manageable, and if you extend your hands, it will be a much harder stretch. We're going to lift all of the hands, all of the feet in 3, 2, lifting. Good. Keep breathing for me. 3, 2, rest. Nicely done. And from here, what we are going to do is bring the hands in. We are all going to do this time. Okay, bring the hands in towards the shoulder and just gently lift the chest up off the floor. Keep the feet on the floor. Now, this is your starting position. All right, I'm going to show you 3 positions. So this is number 1. The next one is like a sphinx position. So on your forearms and lifting your chest up off the floor. And the last one, number 3, is a up dog position. So on your hands and lifting your chest up off the floor. So just find the best position for you, for your back. That's going to be comfortable, but give you a bit of a stretch through your torso. Good, couple of breaths. And we're going to rock back into child's pose. So bringing the knees in. I want you to sit back on your heels. And with child's pose, for this time, we're going to stretch those arms out overhead and get a stretch through the shoulders. So reach those fingertips up as far as you can, as high as you can, while sitting back on your heels. If you need to spread your knees just to make a little bit of room for your belly, please do so. And the top of your feet are resting on the mat. So point your toes, rest your feet. And from here we are going back into our Sphinx or up dog position. Getting a stretch through the torso, draw the shoulder blades together. Try and get those shoulders away from the ears. Couple of breaths and we're going to rock back into child's pose. In 3, 2, back we go. Once again, reaching those hands out overhead. And I want you to rest your forehead on the mat. Just trying to keep my head up for the sake of the microphone. But if you can just rest your head on the mat. Reach those arms up overhead. We're going to do it one more time. So back into Sphinx or up dog. Beautiful. You can do this resting on your belly with your hands next to your shoulders, this one here, and just gently pushing up. Sphinx is most comfortable for me. And then up dog is also an option for you. We're heading back to child's pose in 3, 2, 1. Gently pushing back. This time in your child's pose, what I would like you to do, sit back on your heels, rest your head on the mat, and bring your arms beside your legs so that your shoulders can rest. Now, this should be a very restful position, and if it is not, if your head on the mat is making it a little bit uncomfortable, you can bring your arms forward and either rest, cross your hands over and rest your head on your hands, or you can make fists with your hands and rest your head on your fists. But I want your shoulders to be relaxed. Couple of breaths. Beautifully done. So that was our stretching sequence today. I hope you are feeling a little bit more awake through your body, but in a very gentle and supported way. And I am going to turn our little video off, but if you'd like some more stretching sequences, please check out any of our other videos on the YouTube channel. Be your awesome self. Bye.